What's up, fight fans? Today's video...
What the bro?
Dang.
As soon as the first punch is...
The MMA world is buzzing after Ilia Topuria's decision to move to lightweight and challenge reigning champion Islam Makhachev, with many arguing it's a huge mistake. Critics claim that even if Topuria earns a title shot, he won't stand a chance against Makhachev. However, there are counter-arguments suggesting that this could have been the right move for Topuria's career. In this video, I'll also address a recent baseless accusation from a viewer and talk about how the UFC has disappointed Makhachev. Plus, we'll take a closer look at Alexander Volkanovski's unusual preparation ahead of his fight with Diego Lopez, along with more intriguing MMA news. And before you assume anything, let me clarify, I'm not stupid, and I've got respect for all the greats. So, let's get into it. Ilia Topuria shocked the MMA world by vacating his UFC featherweight title to move up and challenge Islam Makhachev.
Dang.
As soon as the first punch is thrown in this fight, the title is vacated. And we will announce what Topuria's next fight will be when we get it done. So, Volkanovski versus Lopez, headlining a badass stack card. 52 career wins between the two of them, and this should be a fun one.
Ilia Topuria's move has sparked intense debate among fans, analysts, and fighters. While some view it as a bold decision, others question its logic, especially given his brief reign as featherweight champion. The situation became even more intriguing when Topuria's agent Makhachev responded to Islam Makhachev's manager, who suggested Topuria should first face Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira before earning a title.
You know, I don't really come on here that much anymore. I kind of like stay to myself. But when certain managers come out there and talk about a guy's too small, shouldn't move up, needs to fight someone else, let's make sure we just get the facts straight. He knocked out Volk in his first opportunity to knock him out. The fight wasn't close. When your client fought Volk, he struggled with him the first time. Don't forget that. Second, he knocks him out, and then he knocks out Max Holloway, who happens to be probably one of the greatest 45ers of all time. I'm not sure why he doesn't deserve a shot at 155. But I don't blame you. I wouldn't want my client to fight Ilia Topuria either.
Not everyone is convinced, with critics arguing that Topuria had unfinished business at featherweight, with several contenders waiting. MMA analyst Luke Thomas has also criticized the move, highlighting that Topuria defended his featherweight title only once before vacating it.
There are so many good fights for him at 145 if he was able to stay down there that I really just was like, I'm so disappointed we're not going to get him Volk 2 or Ilia versus Diego Lopez or even Movsar Evloev, who, by the way, got completely passed over in this particular regard. They went straight with Diego Lopez. Evloev is the new John Fitch if ever there was one. If ever there was a new John Fitch, which is you're really good, you're really hard to beat, you're going to have a resume with quality wins all over it, but you're not the favorite son of UFC management by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, the only way you're going to get a title shot is if you earn it the absolute elbow grease hard way that you can. And short of that, you're not going to get it. And if you lose there, it's a fucking wrap for you.
This statement has led some to believe Topuria's decision was a mistake, leaving his featherweight legacy incomplete. Many fans argue that the legacy concern is dubious, considering Topuria only had one title defense, despite his notable victories over Volkanovski and Max Holloway. However, Daniel Cormier believes if another champion had made the same move, discussions about legacy would be irrelevant. He emphasizes that Topuria didn't just defeat two legends, he knocked them out decisively, making his accomplishments significant regardless of his short reign.
When someone says my legacy is defined after one title defense, we would laugh at him. But how do you laugh at Topuria when he beat Alexander Volkanovski to become the world champion by knockout? Then he beats Max Holloway to defend and keep that world championship by knockout. So his process is a little bit shortened because we are all in agreement that there are three guys in consideration as the greatest featherweight of all time. He beat two in one calendar year. And that is why I believe he should have been the fighter of the year last year. Those two wins were insane in terms of 12 months.
Honestly, Cormier is right. Some people may not like it, but I really want to see Ilia Topuria get a title shot because I love his fighting style. I was recently accused of being just another Topuria. As for who would win, I have no idea. Makhachev is like a crocodile. If he gets a hold of Topuria, it's going to be a serious problem for him. But on the other hand, if Topuria lands one of his crazy power shots, he could put Makhachev to sleep. That's what makes this fight so intriguing. Anything can happen. It's the perfect time for Ilia to move up to lightweight and make that super fight happen. Over the past year, we've only heard that the lightweight division is stagnant. The old stars aren't good enough to compete with Islam on equal terms. If we look at the rankings, we see a strange situation. Makhachev has already beaten Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier. Justin Gaethje is coming off a loss and has a fight scheduled against Hooker, who also lost to Islam. Arman Sarukian was a potential option, but he missed his chance, and the UFC has already announced he won't get an immediate title shot. So none of the matchups with these fighters seem ideal for Makhachev. However, Topuria has the potential to shake up the stagnant lightweight division. With his undefeated champion status and significant hype, he could leapfrog other contenders and set up that super fight with Makhachev.
If it was International Fight Week for you, Javier, is that good timing to prepare for someone like Ilia Topuria?
Yeah, of course. I mean, anybody. I mean, all Islam needs is 2 months to prepare for anybody. He's not going to care who he fights. You know, you make 155, you know, we all have the same attitude. We fight, you know, you pay us, this is who you're offering. He's not going to say no. If that's who they offer, that's who's been worked out, is who's on the table for Islam. That's what Islam's going to do. That's just the way he is. He's a true warrior. He's not somebody that's going to say, no, give me somebody else. No, he's going to fight. That's the way it is. You know, we're a champion. We're number one for a reason. We're not supposed to reject any person they throw in front of you. You know, he will do what a champion's supposed to do.
While some see Ilia Topuria's move to lightweight as strategic and smart, others accuse him of avoiding Movsar Evloev by jumping divisions. Critics argue, if he's that good, let him beat Arman Tsarukyan and earn his shot, and question why move up from 145 when there are so many great opponents there. They suggest he's running from Evloev, especially after that. But here's the truth. Evloev didn't get a title shot, even after Topuria vacated the belt, because, first and foremost, the UFC is a business. All of Evloev's UFC wins have come via judge's decision, and many fans and the promotion aren't exactly excited about his fighting style. So the claim that Topuria is avoiding Evloev doesn't hold much weight. In fact, they were already scheduled to fight, but it wasn't Topuria who pulled out, it was Evloev who withdrew due to injury. Frustrated with the situation, Evloev recently called out fighters across 2 UFC divisions, 145 and 155, writing on social media that he's ready to face anyone.
Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria. Now, if we just imagine that the wrestling nullifies itself, which I don't think it would. I think Islam's wrestling is probably a little bit better. But if we just say that, if we look at the striking styles, Ilia Topuria, I favour him as the boxer. Islam Makhachev, he's got some nice little kicks, just as Alexander Volkanovski, right? The problem is with Ilia Topuria, with that boxing style, he's very, very heavy on that lead leg. So you're going to look for Islam Makhachev to chip away with calf kicks, try and keep him at bay with Ilia being the shorter guy, then bring the kicks upstairs, use straight shots, then mixing the takedowns. Either way, I don't know who would win, because both of these guys are absolutely incredible, but you can bet your bottom dollar.
I heard he'd be knocking out 170 pounders, so I don't think it really matters, you know what I mean? I saw a little video clip of it, I forgot who said it, but I was like, damn, boy, savage. It's just like once they get on top of him, and there's only a couple fighters that really does that, and he's gonna pick the right fights, you know what I mean?
What do you feel like would be the keys to defeat the champion in your weight class?
You gotta be able to nullify the wrestling and actually have good boxing, which Ilia has. Like, if you can't get up easy or and then be able to put the hands on him, then you're cooked. You can't just have decent stand up. You're gonna have to be able to touch him up with the hands.
Do you give Ilia the best chance to beat Islam, or do you think there's somebody else in the division?
It's either him or Arman, at least for right now, in my opinion.
Meanwhile, Alexander Volkanovski is training with Aljamain Sterling, preparing to reclaim his throne ahead of his fight with Diego Lopez.
Came here and I was like, no, you're not in shape. This is shape. he in shape, mate?
He's in really good shape right now. To be this far out and to be moving like this is unreal. Unreal. As I said in the last video, I didn't know exactly who was going to beat till not that long ago. So these decisions have just come not that long ago, with it being Lopez and Ilia moving up. So fair play to Ilia. Yeah, I'll go do my thing. Maybe we could just make a bigger fight after this. We'll see what happens. See whatever's in store for him. Let him do his thing, but I'll go win this title. Maybe we can make an even bigger rematch.
I feel like it's going to get more.
Whoa, sorry, mate.
What happened? Give him a pat on the back.
Trying to strangle me, mate.
Wait, I will... Allah diabolist! Allah
At the end of the video, I've got some good news. Turns out, the Earth is flat.
Dude, I'm not stupid. Let me tell you what I mean. Here is a picture of the circle of the Earth, supposedly, if you believe in a globe. And the red circle is the helicopter. When the helicopter ascends above the Earth's surface, it now has a larger flight path around the Earth. As in, when the Earth, the inside circle, the black circle, does one full rotation, the red circle, or the flight of the helicopter, actually has to cover more distance to get back to the same spot. That's what I meant, okay? If you don't understand geometry of spheres and circles, that's going to go right over your head. But what I said makes perfect sense, and I'm actually a lot smarter than a lot of y'all think. Some of y'all can't even keep up with me. That's the sad part. This is basic geometry. Some of y'all might not be able to understand what I'm saying. But God bless you, and keep doing your own research, because there is no proof that the Earth rotates.